Does my hair look okay?
This is our intro, bro. This is our intro to the show.
This is what it takes to have good hair, man. Here, oh, I'm welcoming him to church. Oh, okay, I didn't know. Hey, welcome to Church at Home Live. We're so glad that you guys are joining us. You know, we talked about doing Church at Home live, but this is actually.
It's not quite live.
It's almost
We're
live.
going to be totally honest here. A lot of people talk about us, you know, man, Sean, Dave, you guys are great on video. The truth is there's a lot of editing that goes into this.
Yeah, I just get all my lines fed to me, so it's really not.
I mean, I come up with the ideas. Sean just makes them look better. And really at the end, we have one guy to thank, and he's behind the camera right now.
There he is.
There he is. Much better shot of us, really far away.
But we've got this Church at Home live. See, here's what we were thinking. You know, we're in a little bit of a season here for church that's really, really different. We're learning a whole lot of things about how to connect in community, how to have church, how to do all of these things. But one of the things that, since we're not meeting, we thought maybe we would come together every Friday night and look back at the previous week, share some things that bring some hope and some life and some beauty, share some stories. We talked about that, doing some worship. Going back to some of the worship and prayer times and kind of sharing that.
And in the end, like, thanks for giving up some time on your Friday. You might have had to press pause on your Disney Plus, your
Brad
Netflix, your Hulu. Yeah, I mean, really swapping us for Brad Pitt. I mean, you just took a step up. And for those of you who have us muted on an iPad or a phone while you're still watching your Netflix show,
turn on the volume.
you,
We
man.
got some good content here.
We're about to blow your mind.
But who is your doppelganger? I'd like to know, because you're a pretty good-looking guy.
Well, I've been told, you know, many names have come up on that list.
Many names, huh?
Many names.
Like what? Give us one.
I mean, Brad Pitt was thrown around. Ryan Gosling. I mean, I don't know. These are what other people tell me. I don't know. But I mean, for a while there, we had Matt Maher on our staff. We're gonna get a side shot of this.
I think Brian Adams. Maybe that was a better one.
Well, back in the day, that was a really, really cool thing to be said.
Okay, but anyways, we're coming to your home because we think that God's doing some really cool things here at our church, and we want to share some of those things with you. And you know, one of the things, and maybe you can share it, we are going to try and do this in one take.
Yes.
However,
one take is the goal, but like I said, we have Cold Roos in the building for a reason, and one of the things that we might be utilizing in the midst of this show is a video editing technique known as a jump cut.
Jump cuts.
So Cole, can we give just a quick demonstration of what a jump cut looks like?
Yeah.
Well, the cool thing about this technique is that really you guys can track with how well we're doing in the midst of the show by how often you see a jump cut. Pick that up. Gosh. All right, well, that was a rough start to the show. Man, maybe moving forward, we won't have any more of those. But hey, a fun thing talking about video editing and whatnot, one of the other beauties of it is the ability to remove mistakes. Like I said, it puts forward the idea that we're doing better than we actually are.
Yeah, so why don't we show them? We can show them a little bit of a blooper reel that we've, you know, we did this Quarantivities shoot this week and challenging families to do some things together. There were some not so perfect moments.
Let's check it out. What up, fam? We're about to make all right, wow, we're messing up. What up, church family? We're about to make being stuck home, that's not right either. All you introverts out there, be pumped. Hey, extroverts, we're about to give you something to do. 30 days.
Do you want?
Bro, I need your improv to like. But simply put. So it's like we're honoring social distancing the whole time. Freaking hey.
What? I didn't even trigger.
Come at me, bro. A boost.
You know what's funny about all those bloopers, Greer?
No, Sean, what?
That I wasn't in any of them. So we know who's the one-take wonder in this crew.
Listen, the beauty of comedy and whatnot is the improvisation, and it doesn't always land. But I think at the end we ended up with a pretty solid product.
Yeah, we did.
And you know, so we're here, we made it. And listen, if you enjoyed that video, I would encourage you share it. Go grab that PDF. We made one. It's on the website livingproof.co/church@home. And print it out, and we want to see you all doing these.
We want to post them down here in the comments with us. Just hashtag that thing, Church at Home, tag Abundant Life. We would love to see how you're utilizing that as you're all home, kind of just doing, having lunch together every single day for the past 23 days.
Yeah, we're all navigating.
Dinner around the tables.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, working from home is a gift, isn't it? Except for those midday moments of the kids screaming in the next room over about how hungry they are. And, man, I have so much respect for what my wife does day in and day out, being home now.
I'm thankful that my wife is an amazing cook.
Yeah.
Because that changes everything. Hey, we wanted to show you some things. Church has looked different for us for the last couple of weeks. Sunday mornings, we're having to reshape how we think Sunday mornings, what it looks like presenting it on Facebook Live and YouTube. So we've been shooting those early to make sure that they're ready for our church to engage with the King and the Creator. But we wanted to give you a little bit of a look behind some of the curtains to see what we're doing to make sure that happens every single week. So take a look at this.
You can see just from a voiceover perspective, as you see, we just set up more in a circle, and you got some stuff, man. I'm thankful for our production guys grabbing this, but you can kind of check out. We aimed our band inward and used it as an opportunity just to coach them. The beauty of worship is that, in the end, we're singing to an audience of one. We talk about that a lot, but a lot of times energy is fed off of the congregation.
Yeah, it's interesting when we're in these kind of moments, not having the congregation out there with us engaging, but those were kind of cool, man, to sort of circle up like Absolutely. That and sing and be together and worship. We also had Phil teaching Thursdays. We're shooting him Thursdays, Fridays.
Yep.
And one of the things...
Jump cut. It does look different. Our pastor, he records on Thursdays. All right, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, you don't know, right? Jump cut 1-to-1.
So one of the other interesting things that Phil's having to do, for us it's hard because we get energy off the congregation, but as a preacher, preaching to an empty room.
That's tough, man.
But man, I'm thankful for a pastor who's willing to take a run at this. But it also does lead to just some fun moments. We actually got to sit in on a couple as he was running, and man, it's hard when you're telling jokes and you have no idea if they're landing.
Yeah, that's weird. That'd be hard, man. I don't know how he does that, but...
I don't know about you guys, but I think we need to go back and just check out a couple moments of Phil telling some jokes to a room, and let's just watch these right now.
Just let him land for you.
Now, I'm just telling you, in my mind, being a Kansas fan, since we ended the year #1, that's the same as winning a national title. We win. Anybody? Okay, forget it. Only this time, she starts flying with him. Ha! 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 This is really hard doing it alone. All right, hey, do this with me. Make your best eagle noise right now. Ha! Ha! Come on. Ha! Ha!
So as you can see, that is not an easy thing to do, to speak a whole message and hit some jokes that are hard to, they just don't land all that well. And I'm sure that must make Phil feel kind of uncomfortable, but he does a great job. We're so thankful for him. Hey, we a couple things, that we're doing right now, some worship and prayer times that we're doing every Tuesdays and Thursdays at noon. Just a little break for you during your day in the midst of things that are going on in your day, to be able to spend some time worshiping our Creator. To pray together, even I thought this past week on Thursday, Phil led us through kind of writing our prayers out in the Facebook Live. That was cool. It was fun to be able to do that on Tuesday with my girls and lead some worship from our home. But I just really encourage you, what a great break in the monotony of the day.
Oh, it's great
to take some time and 15, 20 minutes to sing together, to worship, to hear scripture from God's word, and then enjoy some time with you and with Phil. We'll be continuing those things over the coming weeks.
Absolutely. And we've really revamped the way we do a lot of things. Our green room traditionally is a very comfortable space where we can kind of hang out, calming, yes, well laid out. But here's just a quick picture of what it looks like right now. Needless to say, we've moved what we had to move, rearranged to hopefully bring content that visually is engaging. So we're taking a little hit on the green room space. So guys, we're gonna have a lot of exciting stuff in the weeks ahead. Our hope is that we can show some videos of you guys doing quarantivities, hanging out with your family.
Do them.
Yes, please do them.
I want to see the first person that does. Didn't we have like run a 5K in your hallway?
Yes.
Was that on there? Whoever does that the first time, that's.
Hey, no cheating on a treadmill, all right? You could take something that could have been really funny and make it not very funny.
Yeah, you got to be in your hallway, like running back and forth for like 5.5 hours.
Attach your Fitbit to your kid's like ankle. We don't really care how it happens. Just in the end, like let's just get some steps.
If you got video of that, of you running back and forth, more props to you.
Yeah. So as we go to these days in the future, like you'll see a little bit less of our faces and a little bit more of yours. That's where our heart is. It's just to really unite around these Friday nights. And so for tonight, the last thing we want to really just share with you is what's going on. What are we doing as a church? Because man, there's a lot. We know we talk about in our services generosity, and we don't flippantly say that it's because of your generosity that we can do what we do. Truly, that's the case.
It's massively important because we're still being a light into our community.
Yeah.
We're still going out there and serving our community. And we've got some things here we just want to share with you so that you know what's going on. And this is like the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, man,
I mean,
just a little.
things are rolling in every single day. It's changing so quickly, I think, the landscape of how we minister and serve a city. And it really has changed. But here's just a couple of the things. One of the things we're doing in Blue Springs is we're partnering with St. Mary's Hospital and in Blue Springs, and we're bringing the medical staff just some baked goods throughout the day as they serve and as they care for all of these people that are sick.
And thank you so much for those of you that are doing that. I mean, right now it's such a pivotal time. We know there's a lot going on. You're working long hours. And really, I mean, first responders, it looks like a lot of different things right now. I mean, if you work at a grocery store, you're a first responder right now, which is just kind of crazy to think about. But thank you for what you're doing. And we've also had the opportunity to partner with Truman Medical Center Lakewood, sewing masks for the medical staff there, which has been a really neat process.
Yeah, we've also partnered with local nursing homes and hospice providers, bringing meals and snacks and care packages and some activities for them to do. That's so incredible. It's cool. Yeah.
Absolutely. And as we look at grocery stores, just mentioned those, we've actually had an opportunity. Some of our groups have actually gone to serve at grocery stores, bagging groceries, disinfecting carts, gathering carts in from the parking lot. It's been a really cool way to serve those stores.
We provided 12 home grocery deliveries to shut-ins, people who just cannot get out of their homes. And one of the cool stories that we heard come out of this was that we gave some groceries to a couple who are honestly down to their last 4 fish sticks. That's crazy. Is what I was told.
We're sure there was probably a loaf of bread there ahead of time. Something was multiplied along the way.
But they were down to their last 4 fish sticks. We brought them food. Man, what a blessing that is. So thank you to those of you who are helping out in our food pantry. You're killing it.
And He's continually giving us opportunities to grow into these areas of our city that maybe we otherwise would not have the partnerships. And one of them that's coming up, we're gonna have some more information for you here in the upcoming week, most likely, but we're gonna get to partner with St. Luke's Healthcare Systems to process 10,000 new masks.
That's unreal.
I mean, we're trying to navigate what exactly this is gonna look like, but I also wanna encourage you, keep an eye out, because what an opportunity to be living proof of a loving God to a watching world and coming alongside organizations that otherwise we don't normally have as much interaction with.
No, and it's great to see you, the church, step up in these times. I cannot tell you how inspiring it is to me and to David and to the rest of our staff to see our church body step into this moment, to be the church, to bring hope, to bring life, to bring healing into a lot of situations, to bring heaven. I think that the thing we have an opportunity to do is we can step into these moments and we can bring disappointment and death. We can also bring healing and hope and heaven. So it's really inspiring to see everything and everybody stepping up. So it's been awesome to watch.
Absolutely. And hey, listen, we know you've been tuning in with us tonight. We want to allow you to get back to your movie, Brad Pitt. Let's just be honest here. We're not quite as good as that. We're just going to own it.
Man.
There it is. I knew it was coming, man. I knew it. You thought that all along.
I don't know, Greer.
So I tell you what, man, but we want to let you know we're here for you. So if you comment below, give us some things that we could be praying for. Maybe some things you'd love to hear about next week. We want to know some topics that you're interested in, questions that you have. We're an open book right now. If there's an area of the church you want a behind the scenes look, if you want a tour of Pastor Phil's office, we'll give you a tour of Pastor Phil's office.
That's a good idea.
Jump cut. And we have to do another one.
It's hard.
1, 2, 1. All right, so let's talk about what a great idea that the tour of Phil's office was. That's where we were. Like my great idea. Go ahead.
Yeah, that was a great idea. No, what a great idea. Hey, just to keep it real though, I want to go back just as we're closing up here and we're wrapping up. Community looks different for everybody. Yeah. I would encourage you with your groups, if you're in a group, hey, Zoom call them, text them. I mean, figure out ways to stay connected. Yeah. Discipleship. I mean, if you're in discipleship and you're going through D1, how do you do that now where you can't meet? If worship, it's a core value. We're doing that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Serving, what does that look like? I would just encourage you to go through our core values and see how does that look differently now that things have changed in the church. So.
And please listen, use the hashtag Church at Home, tag Abundant Life, because what we want to do is we want to gather these videos, these pictures of you meeting with your group on a Zoom call, because it's a great way we can encourage one another as we just weather this together.
Yeah, we should just we'll throw up a picture of our creative arts meeting yesterday.
Yes.
So just for some little inspiration.
Well, hey, thank you all so much. We hope you have a great rest of your Friday night. We love you guys. We're praying for you, and we look forward to next week.
Yeah, we do. Hang in there. Have a great week. We love you.